My name is Michel. I come from the Democratic Republic of Congo. You'd always hear people talk about the war in Congo as an ethnic war. But my father, who was a human rights activist, found out that the war was actually about minerals. And so he started writing articles to try and inform everybody else around the world to find out, to know what the reality is of this war. And my father was eventually kidnapped and he was tortured and eventually killed in 2001. On January 21st, 2004, through the help of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees and Immigration Canada, my family was able to come over here. I think the game has massive significance. When I was 5, I was abducted to be a child soldier, and thankfully and miraculously going through that ordeal only for a very short period of time. One of the only ways that I was able to, I guess, reconnect back to my community was through playing, because it really brought me back to a childhood that I never had, that was taken away from me. And so it became a huge, huge part of my life as a kid. My father got to travel many times in many parts of the world. And I remember actually when he came back with my first soccer ball, he brought it from Belgium and bought me soccer shoes. I felt like the happiest kid that ever lived in the world because I didn't want to take them off. I went to bed with my soccer cleats and my soccer ball next to me as if it was, I'd snuggle with it. So I remember it very well when I was a kid. Because we had a little bit more money, we could afford having a television. One of my favorite television was a black and white TV that actually had an antenna, and you actually had to smack it when you had to smack it at the very top just for the image to stop distorting. And that's where I first watched my soccer game. It was a European game, and I loved watching that. And I was a huge Manchester United fan since I was a kid. Favorite team. I used to watch it with my dad, and one of my favorite memories as a child with my father was sitting down and watching a soccer game. Absolute favorite memory. So when I came into high school, I came straight into grade 9, and most of the students at that time in the school that I went to had already been through middle school with all the friends, and they were going to high school together, and so they were already in cliques, and I came in as this strange African kid wearing my African t-shirt. You know, the only way that I felt that I could fit into Canadian life in a way was to play. You just needed a ball, you needed to kick it, know how to pass it and score, and everyone was on your side. For me, soccer became one of the biggest ways to actually adjust into Canadian life. When the war broke out in Congo, there was so much sounds. You could hear gunshots and bombs and people screaming for help. But when there was a soccer game on a Saturday, silence. Life's good when Manchester United wins. It's great. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for this game. I honestly don't know where I would be. Fanya kabumbu muzuri. Wow. That's all mine? Really? This is amazing.